Shine, and this is Divine Shine Tarot with your mid-month reading for the second half of January 2025. This segment will be for my water signs, so that's Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I'll leave the timestamps down below. I hope this reading finds you at a helpful time. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. If anything resonates, please let me know in the comments. Also, leave me questions or suggestions for readings you'd like to see from me in the future. I'm raising funds to purchase medical equipment, so I appreciate any donations or shiny items you care to gift from my Amazon and Etsy list linked below. If you're inspired, but not required. Now, I ask that the Spirit step forward to divinely guide my vision and messaging for these water sign readings. Let's get started with Pisces. Spirit, what's coming for my Pisces in the second half of January? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in the second half of January? Ooh. Seems like a bunch of cards wanted to come out there. Let's shuffle it real good. Ooh. Perhaps some good luck for my Pisces. Wheel of Fortune. That is a great card to start your reading. It's probably a good time to take some chances, make some decisions. Queen of Pentacles. So, Queen of the Coin may be really good at balancing both work and life, compassion as well as business. Knight of Cups. Is there a new romance coming your way, Pisces? Or is this you filled with passion, charm, romance? This is someone regarding or bringing a message, delivering a message, or making an attempt on anything like an emotional relationship, an emotional connection. The Justice card. This is really interesting since you have the Wheel of Fortune in your reading. So are you going through a legal case, Pisces? Or some situation where you're waiting to hear the results in your favor? Oh, Four of Wands. What a great card. Stability, at least in your home life. There's something about your current home life that has you feeling that at least that area of your life is all set. These are pretty good cards, Pisces. I would say that these cards, these court cards, it's encouraging you to use both your mind and your heart in matters of finances, job. So this would be great advice to, of course, be smart and savvy, but also be somewhat compassionate and have a sense of humanity in the decisions that you're making around anything job or work related. And Wheel of Fortune means that you are really primed for taking chances and having things come out favorable, because this indicates good luck, or maybe you are going to receive good karma from whatever you have experienced in the past, because you have both the Justice and the Wheel of Fortune cards. So this could be saying that you will have good luck in whatever outcome you're waiting for, be it in a legal situation or some kind of dispute that you've just been waiting to hear how it concludes. And this Four of Wands card, it's just great to have that background of knowing that things are stable in the home life, in the area that's most close to us. Maybe there's something in your family or amongst your most loved ones, your friends, your longtime colleagues that you're going to be celebrating, like a wedding, not necessarily graduation season yet, but it could be some sort of good news that you feel it's a good time to celebrate. So definitely a multifaceted time for you, where you have result that you are waiting and pending for. You do have some potential romance re-entering your life, or something new coming to you with a lot of charm, some romance and creativity. and good balance between finance as well as things with the heart, things with the emotions, because the queen is the queen of compassion, intuition. And I would say that that is really a good place to be at the start of the year. And let's get some additional advice or another message for my Pisces. Let's see. I was going to just hand shuffle it, but something told me to do a bridge to just refresh the energy on these. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Pisces in the second half of January? Let's get some additional advice or another message for Pisces in the second half of January. Well, it seemed like there was one that wanted to come out. Let's see. It's great to get some jumpers. And we have the Hierophant. Interesting. So this is lending itself to religion, structure, institutions, traditions. And when you put that with justice and the Four of Wands, it seems that this is just saying to trust in the structures and foundations that you have in place in terms of the way that you live your life or what you expect from, like, perhaps the court system or from any kind of dispute system, or it could even just be, expecting people to step up and do the right thing, and you're just waiting to see the outcome of that. So the Hierophant is perhaps advising for you to trust that those structures that you have in place will lead to the good outcome that you are perhaps hoping and waiting for. But just don't forget to have that space, keep that space, or that be receptive to matters of the heart, as well as considerate to think along with your heart, your compassion, your sense of humanity. Now let's get one final message here for let's get a final message here for Pisces. Spirit, what final message do you have for my Pisces in the second half of January? What final message do you have for my Pisces in the second half of January, Spirit? Oh, that flew out. Let's see. This says, don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. So this card reminds you to remain the queen or the king of your castle, your world, your universe, whatever it is that you are building or protecting, or however things are right now that have you in such a good place in terms of not only do you have the stability and the foundation, but also you're welcoming good luck, good opportunities, perhaps a new love that will be very successful. This card is just reinforcing that you've got this. This is your life. Keep yourself at the forefront of your decisions. Keep yourself, number one in your life, number one in your heart, and all things should fall into place. So that is the mid-month reading for Pisces, Sun or Rising, for the second half of January 2025. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know in the comments if anything resonated with you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Now, let's move on to Cancer. Spirit, what's coming for my Cancers in the second half of January? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for? Spirit, I ask, what is coming for Cancer in the second half of January? Let's get, Death. The card of Death. Do not be scared, Cancer, because this card indicates that one thing must end for a new cycle to begin. Then you have 10 of Swords. Whoa. Okay, Cancer. When we pair this card with the Death card, this is telling you, urging you that you let something go because it is at its end. Whether you like it or not, this situation, be it job, be it a relationship, something that you've been fighting hard for a long time, it is done. It doesn't get any deader than this. It is time to let go and move on so that you can start anew. 3 of Hearts. Oh, have you recently experienced a breakup, Cancer? You're going through some heartache, some emotional loss, and that makes sense as to why you would get those cards, just basically reinforcing that it's time to move on. And the Temperance card reminds you to have balance, to be very moderate in your actions, in your decision process. Let's get one more card out for Cancer. Oh, anxiety. Oh, Cancer, I just want to give you a big hug. I'm sorry that you're going through this challenging time emotionally. This is either a romantic relationship or someone that you really loved that you perhaps recently lost them. You're grieving that with the 9 of Swords, which indicates that you're maybe having trouble sleeping, having a lot of anxiety. There's something here that you've lost that has been pretty difficult for you to deal with. And as I mentioned before, the Death card is encouraging you to let go and move forward, start a new cycle, as hard as it may be. Obviously, we only feel loss and grief when they're matters of the heart that meant something to us. So at this time, remember to be compassionate with yourself and forgiving in knowing that every person has their own process. You have to feel all the feels, go through each level of grief and rebuilding to arrive at the state where you are more clear-headed and more moderate in your decisions. Definitely do not be extreme, as human nature could be when matters of the heart and feeling hurt or feeling disappointed in life can perhaps trigger us to be at our most extremes. So this card is suggesting that you be mindful of keeping some balance and moderation, patience, sensibility in your functioning state, or aspire to get to that, because obviously it's easier said than done. Let's get another message or some advice for my Cancers at this time. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my precious Cancers in the second half of January? I just want to give you a big hug, Cancer. I want to give you a big hug and squeeze you. Loss, breakups, matters of the heart, that is not easy. So just know that it's a part of the human experience and everything is temporary. So we go through these stages to learn, to grow. We come out on the other side, and then we have a testimony. Queen of Swords. Ooh, Queen of Swords. So she is very good with her words. She is fierce. She is quick-witted. She is smart, clever, savvy. So this card may be advising you to stay sharp at this time. Stay on your toes. Obviously, when we are in a very emotional situation, trying to recover, trying to rebuild, we could let our emotions get the best of us. But with the Temperance and the Queen of Swords, you are being advised to be mentally strong at this time. Be very careful and smart about your communications. Don't put anything out there that you'll be embarrassed of later, Cancer. Don't throw out any big dissertation to tell off your ex or tell off a former job, business partner that, you perhaps feel that they didn't really give you your fair share of whatever it is that you were investing in. Be smart at a time that it's actually pretty hard to do that, right? And let's get a final message for Cancer. Spirit, what final message do you have for my Cancer in the second half of January? Let's get a final message for Cancer in the second half of January. Don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. Now, Cancer, I must confess, I tried to reshuffle and get you another card because this card came out before and this card came out for the previous reading, I believe, for Pisces. So I thought that maybe I had to refresh the deck again, shuffle it a bit more to get a better pull. But the fact that this came out a third time indicates this message is for you. So I think what it's saying is, as hard as it may be at a time when you may be experiencing many emotions and having to make tough decisions through those emotions, this reminds you that you are at the forefront of your life at all times. There are things and people that come in and out of our lives, but you've got this. It says, don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. So heavy on the anyone else. Perhaps whoever you are severing ties with, moving on from, they were holding you back, and now it's time to start a new chapter, a new cycle where you're going to be able to grow and flourish and be your best self. So I think that's really good advice at this time. And I wish you so much emotional healing and support at this time. I hope that you find all of the positivity and anything uplifting that you may be needing or seeking at this time in your life, or at the very least, clarity. I think when things are heavy emotionally, we just need clarity, we need space, time to self-reflect, and most importantly, time to rebuild. So I wish all of the good things for you, Cancer. And that is the mid-month reading for Cancer, Sun or Rising for the second half of January 2025. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. Let me know in the comments if anything resonated with you. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Now, let's move on to Scorpio. Spirit, what's coming for my Scorpios in the second half of January? What are they experiencing? What should they prepare for in the second half of January? Oh, that was quick. So the Empress, our fertile goddess, the nurturing indication of abundance, growth. We have the Four of Cups. So perhaps, Scorpio, at this time you are disinterested or not really content with what you have in your life emotionally. Could be relationships, could be even things that you are connected to emotionally, like sometimes home life things like what do you call them, heirlooms, things from the past that have emotional significance in your life that you are perhaps not really that fulfilled with anymore, that you maybe want to move on from or reconsider something different. And Four of Wands. So that's a card of stability in the home life. That's always a good sign. We have the Six of Pentacles. So perhaps you are in a really good financial place to where you could be generous and charitable. Let's get one more card for my Scorpios. Judgment. So this card, while people usually assume that it means casting judgment on a certain situation, this is actually about taking inventory of your journey thus far and seeing where do you land in your life in terms of purpose, in terms of the kind of person that your things have made you, where you align with the moral code, religion, traditional structures in your life, spirituality, whatever it is that you may live by and abide by, even just, the validation and approval of loved ones, family members. This card says that you are perhaps looking into where you are with yourself and feeling a sense of, it says renewal, rebirth, but more so saying this is where I am now because of where I was, and giving yourself permission to be greater for the experience, because this also says forgiveness and inner calling. So let's have an overview here, Scorpio, because it seems like there are many areas in your life at this time that are perhaps seeing some activity. So when we start with the Empress, that indicates that conditions are fertile, be it around you in life, to nurture projects, nurture creative ideas, nurture relationships. But this could also literally mean pregnancy. So maybe you are thinking of family planning at this time. Maybe you are taking others under your wing in terms of being emotionally supportive, supporting the dreams of others, being a shoulder for others to cry on, inspiring and motivating them to grow beyond their current state and get to the other side of things. So, as the Empress, either you or someone in your life will be providing a lot of compassion and encouragement at this time, because this is an energy and a card signifying fertility, abundance, perhaps that aligns with this Six of Pentacles that you have, that indicates you're in a position to be generous and charitable. And it may be that a time that you are coming out of where you were planting your seeds and watching them grow, it was very fertile for you. And so now you're in the position to reap the financial rewards of your hard work, and transition from earning to spending, lending, investing. And having stability in the home life, of course, is always a good thing. This could also mean celebrations. So perhaps a wedding, perhaps a baby shower, because since the Empress could also literally mean pregnancy, perhaps there is a baby shower that you are thinking of planning or attending soon. And there may be some emotional detachment. You may be saying, okay, I'm just going to go to this event and just show my face. Perhaps you're distracted and thinking about other things in your life. But this card, this Four of Cups, warns don't be too dismissive of the things that you already have, because along with missing out on the fulfillment that gratitude could bring you, you could also miss out on some new opportunities that may be trying to present themselves to you, be them new relationships or just any kind of emotional opportunity that could present itself to you as something that could be healing or fulfilling at this time. You may be even saying, I'm good. I'm so fulfilled already. I feel very self-actualized. I feel very, solid financially, emotionally. I feel like I'm, ripe with the powers of manifestation. So I'm content, especially having the this card here. I really don't want for more. So Scorpio, this spread could be saying that at this time that you feel content and fulfilled with most areas of your life, still be receptive to a few new things, new people, anything related to emotion that may try to introduce itself into your life. And while we are in the space and energy of abundance with this Six of Pentacles and the Empress card indicating abundance, and you may be thinking of lending yourself with generosity and charity, just beware of people that may be draining. So use your discernment to be very careful with who you extend yourself to. Let's get another message or some advice for Scorpio. Spirit, what advice or message do you have for my Scorpio in the second half of January? Let's get another message or some advice for Scorpio in the second half of January. Eight of Wands. So this card may be saying that you perhaps are. I apologize, I had a bit of a technical difficulty here, but this card indicates it may be a really busy time, as the Eight of Wands is a card that means motion, action, movement, and it could also mean that you have upcoming travel plans. But I still look back to the Four of Cups as a card saying don't be too closed off to where you cannot receive uh, things that may add to your abundance. Let's get a final card here for Scorpio. Spirit, what final message do you have for my Scorpio in the second half of January? Let's get a final. This kind of flew out. Okay. I guess this is the message for Scorpio. Final message for Scorpio. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally but sensibly. So this card, Scorpio, indicates that you indeed are very busy at this time in your life. Things are moving fast. You are juggling a lot of things, but you're feeling like you have all of those different areas of your life: home life, finance, emotional fulfillment, manifestation. It seems like you feel like you have it all under control, or all going so well. And it's just life is coming at you pretty fast yet and still. So be careful and protective with any decision making that you do have to make at this time, with who's in your life, who may be coming to add or take from you in your life. But still be receptive to anything new that the universe may want to present you with. And that is the mid-month reading for Scorpio, Sun or Rising, for the second half of January. Remember, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. So those are the mid-month readings for my water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio, for what's coming in the second half of January 2025. Leave a comment if anything resonated, or mention something you'd like to see me cover in the future. Hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons for notifications of my weekly horoscope, pop culture, and celebrity readings. Donations and gift lists are linked down below if you're inspired, but not required. I wish you all abundance and opulence. May divine light radiate through your life. Keep shining.